What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking. On today's episode, we're going to be making one of my favorite weeknight pasta dishes, carbonara. This one's perfect for those nights when you're in a pinch, you don't have a lot of time, but you want a meal packed with flavor with not a lot of ingredients. You're going to want to try this one, so come with me on this episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking, and let's make carbonara. Let's go. What's going down, YouTube land? All right, first things first, these are all the ingredients that I'm gonna be using in this carbonara recipe. Very few ingredients needed to make this dish, so the prep time is gonna be a breeze. Here we got some spaghetti, eggs, Parmesan cheese, pancetta. If you guys don't have pancetta, feel free to substitute it with bacon. It works just as good. Got some black pepper as well, and some parsley that I'm going to be chopping up, and this is what I'm going to be finishing the dish with. All right, I'm going to start by grating some Parmesan cheese, about a cup of that. Full recipe is going to be in the description, so don't you worry your pretty little head. Just click down below. You can find out exactly how to make this recipe. While you're there, go ahead and slap that like button, subscribe, share with a friend or foe. You already know. Gonna give a rough chop here to this parsley. And I'm gonna crack about a tablespoon of black pepper. Into a mixing bowl, I'm gonna crack these eggs. Once I've got my eggs cracked, I'm gonna add probably about a cup of Parmesan cheese and beat these eggs to combine. And that's it for the prep, folks. Like I said, this meal is gonna come together extremely quick. Very few ingredients, so let's get right into it. All right, you guys, this recipe is gonna come together extremely quickly. So first thing I'm gonna do is get a pot of water boiling on my stove. This is what I'm gonna use to cook my spaghetti. Once my water starts boiling, I'm gonna move over to my pan. I'm gonna put that on my stove. I'm not gonna turn the burner on yet. I'm gonna put my pancetta directly into this cold pan. I'm adding this pancetta into a cold pan, then bringing it up to temperature because that's gonna allow me to render out the fat, giving me extremely crispy pancetta and all the fat that renders out from that meat. I'm gonna be using that with this egg and cheese mixture we made a little bit earlier, along with some of the starchy water from the pasta that's gonna help all infuse and emulsify and make this carbonara extremely creamy. Got my pot of water boiling here, gonna throw in some spaghetti. And while that pasta's cooking up, I'm going to continue rendering out the fat from this pancetta. Now that I got some of that fat rendered out from this pancetta, I'm going to throw in some garlic. I'm just going to use this garlic clove to help infuse a little bit of that garlic flavor into this oil. It's going to give us a nice little extra depth of flavor. As you can see, I got my pancetta cooked up. It's nice and crispy. I got all that fat rendered out. Take out my garlic clove. And now that my pasta noodles are finished, I'm gonna go straight from this pot into my pan with my spaghetti noodles. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my pan off, letting that starchy water infuse with the fat from that pancetta, mixing it around. If it starts to evaporate a little bit, just add some more of that starchy water from your spaghetti. Once my pan is cooled down a little bit and I no longer see that moisture bubbling, now I'm gonna go in and add my Parmesan cheese and egg mixture. I'm gonna put this in, start mixing this around. I don't wanna scramble it in a hot pan because that'll just give me scrambled eggs. I wanna bring all this together and let this cheese sauce emulsify that starchy water and that fat from the pancetta. Just gonna keep mixing it until I get that creamy consistency that I'm looking for. If I want a little bit more creaminess to it, I want a little bit more moisture, I'm just gonna add some more of that pasta water in. And this is the consistency that we're looking for. Perfectly cooked pasta, crispy pancetta, and this perfect, creamy carbonara sauce. Let's get some of this on a plate here. Take my tongs to get some of this delicious carbonara out. Finish that with some of that freshly cracked black pepper we had, along with a little sprinkle of this parsley. I retained a little bit of that crispy pancetta to put on top. And there you have it, carbonara. Grab myself a fork here so I can dig in, get a little scoop for Coop. Show you guys in the camera a little bit how it's looking, nice and creamy. Nice crispy pancetta, perfectly cooked noodles with that creamy carbonara sauce. Try this one out, you guys. This one is fire. There you have it, you guys. Carbonara. This is such an easy recipe to make during the middle of the week when you don't have a bunch of time, so check this one out. Let me know how you like it in the comment section. Don't forget to comment, hit that like button, share with a friend or foe you already know, and we'll catch you right back here next week for another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking.